This is Kyle, Texas, 21 miles from Austin. Population 50,000. Nice neighborhoods, good schools, and overnight something turned dozens of yards into what looks like a war zone. Feral hogs. Not one or two, dozens, hundreds. They don't just eat your garden, they demolish everything. Root up entire lawns, destroyed $10,000 worth of landscaping in hours. And they're not afraid of you. They've torn up golf courses where legislators play, destroyed crops worth millions, attacked pets, chased joggers. And the worst part? This isn't some isolated incident. Of Texas's 254 counties, 253 have feral hogs. That's 99.6% of the state. The population? 2.6 million wild pigs. And they're multiplying faster than Texas can kill them. Texas responded with hunters, trappers, snipers in helicopters, firing from the sky at 100 miles per hour. They've killed hundreds of thousands, spent millions of dollars, and the hogs are still winning. This is the story of the most destructive invasive species in American history, and Texas's desperate war to stop them. The year is 1539. Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto lands on the Florida coast with something that will doom Texas 5 centuries later: 13 pigs. They weren't pets, they were walking food storage, sustainable protein for a cross-continent expedition. The Spanish had used this strategy since Columbus in 1493. Bring pigs, they breed fast, you always have meat. But pigs escape, and when they do, they thrive. De Soto's expedition lost pigs across the southeast. European settlers practiced free-range farming. Just let pigs roam and catch them later. Except many never got caught. By the 1900s, feral pigs were established across the South. Then came the dumbest idea in wildlife management history. In the early 1900s, wealthy Americans imported Eurasian wild boar for sport hunting. Bigger, meaner, 400-pound monsters with razor-sharp tusks. They released them on private ranches across Texas. Exotic game, they called it. The boars bred with feral domestic pigs. The result? A hybrid super pig. Smart like a domestic pig, tough like a wild boar, and absolutely unstoppable. Let me explain why these animals are biological weapons. A female feral hog can reproduce at 6 months old. She has an average of 6 piglets per litter, 2 litters per year. Do the math. One sow produces 12 piglets annually. Those piglets start breeding at 6 months. Within 5 years, that single female has created a family tree of 60 pigs. And they can live 8 years. This is exponential growth. Texas A&M scientists calculated that to merely maintain the current population, not reduce it, just keep it from growing, you'd have to kill 75% of all hogs every single year, 3 out of every 4. And Texas kills about 750,000 hogs annually. Sounds like a lot, right? It's not enough. The population keeps growing. And they're smart. Pigs have cognitive abilities comparable to dogs. They learn, adapt. If you set a trap in the same spot twice, they avoid it. They've adapted to every environment in Texas: desert, prairie, swamp, even urban suburbs. They have no natural predators. Mountain lions and coyotes can't take down a 300-pound boar. These pigs aren't just surviving, they're thriving. In 1982, feral hogs were in 18 states. Today, 35 states. They're moving north at 7.8 miles per year. Missouri, Illinois, even sightings in Canada. Climate change is making northern states warmer, opening new habitat. At this rate, by 2040, feral hogs could reach the Great Lakes.
But in Texas, they're not a future problem. They're a present catastrophe. And the damage they cause isn't just annoying, it's economically devastating. Let's talk about money. In Texas alone, Feral hogs cause $871 million in annual damage. Nationwide, $2.5 billion. Here's how. They root. Their snouts are incredibly strong. They dig up soil looking for grubs, roots, anything edible. A sounder of 20 hogs can destroy a 5-acre cornfield in one night. Farmers wake up to crops worth $50,000 completely ruined. The USDA surveyed 11,000 crop producers. Sorghum farmers lost 6.4% of their entire crop to hogs. Corn, 4% loss, $92 million. Peanuts, $38 million. And that's just 6 crops in 11 states. Add livestock predation, fence repair, equipment damage, disease control. It compounds fast. The average Texas farm loses $2,415 per year just to feral hogs. But money isn't even the scariest part. Feral hogs carry 34 diseases transmissible to humans, livestock, or wildlife. Brucellosis, swine flu, leptospirosis. 10% of feral hogs test positive for Brucella bacteria. If that spreads to domestic pig farms, it could cause $21 billion in losses and shut down pork exports. Foot and mouth disease was eradicated in the U.S. in 1978. Feral hogs could bring it back. For decades, this was considered a rural problem. Farmers and ranchers dealt with it. Then the hogs invaded cities. Austin, Dallas, San Antonio. Hogs tearing up golf courses during legislative sessions, wandering onto airport tarmacs. A hog sounder rooting up Champions Park in Irving while kids played nearby. In Kyle, Texas, they declared a feral hog emergency in December 2024. Residential neighborhoods looked like construction sites. And these aren't timid animals. A 200-pound boar with 3-inch tusks will charge if cornered or protecting piglets. They've chased joggers, attacked dogs, injured livestock. Wildlife experts warn, if you see one, give it space. Don't approach. Don't try to trap it yourself. These are dangerous wild animals with weapons on their face. The ecological damage goes beyond farms. Hogs wallow in creeks and ponds, polluting water with feces. They destroy nesting grounds for ground-dwelling birds, quail, turkeys. They compete with deer for food, pushing them out. Studies show biodiversity drops 26% in forests infested with feral hogs. Native species disappear. Invasive species always create ecological collapse, and these pigs are the perfect invaders. Texas has tried everything. Bounty programs paying $5 to $15 per tail. Didn't work. People claimed bounties, but population kept rising. Exclusion fencing costing thousands per mile. Hogs root under it. Poison bait, banned, too dangerous to non-target species. Sport hunting. Recreational hunters kill maybe 200,000 per year. Sounds impressive until you realize Texas needs to kill 2 million annually just to maintain current levels. Texas A&M researcher John Tomachek said it bluntly, "We can't BBQ our way out of this problem. Hunting alone cannot fix the feral hog problem." Another expert, "There's not enough government money to kill all the pigs in Texas." The state spent $7 million in 2006 on control. Today, over $100 million annually, and they're still losing. But Texas isn't surrendering. They're getting creative, aggressive, and controversial. Method number 1 is aerial gunning. Helicopters with shooters leaning out, hunting from the sky at 100 miles per hour. It sounds like a video game. It's real, and it's legal. Texas House Bill 716 allows licensed companies to offer helicopter hog hunting as a paid service. Why? Because you can cover 400,000 acres in hours. Ground hunters might kill 5 hogs in a day. Helicopter teams can eliminate 50. Companies like Helibacon charge tourists $1,200 to $2,000 to hunt hogs from helicopters. Sounds exploitative? Landowners love it. One operator has permission to hunt 400,000 acres. Ranchers don't pay, tourists pay for the privilege of helping. It's pest control that funds itself, and it works. In some northern panhandle counties, aerial gunning removed 78% of hogs over several years.
Method 2. Technology. The Corvus Smart Trap costs $7,000 to $8,000, way too expensive for most farmers. So Texas Wildlife Services created a loan program. Landowners borrow traps for free. These aren't simple wire cages, they're AI-powered. Motion sensors detect hogs entering. Cameras send alerts to your phone. You watch live video. When the entire sounder is inside, boom, you remotely trigger the door. Trap 50 hogs at once. Jefferson County got a state grant in 2022 to buy corral traps. They loaned them to landowners. Results? Hundreds of hogs trapped in months. Agricultural damage dropped measurably. Some trapped hogs even fed alligators at local farms, turning pests into gator food. This is the model that works. Government funds equipment, private landowners do the work, community benefits. Method 3. Birth control. Researchers are testing hog feed laced with contraceptives. Males become temporarily infertile for 30 days. Sounds perfect, right? The problem? Selectivity. You can't control what eats the bait. Deer, raccoons, birds, they all get affected. And even if it works, you'd need to bait millions of acres continuously. It's expensive and unproven at scale. But scientists keep trying. Some counties still run bounty programs. Bring in tails or ears, get $5 to $15. Hayes County paid out bounties for years, but wildlife managers say it's inefficient. You're paying per kill, not per population reduction. Hunters target the easiest hogs, not breeding females. Some even release smaller hogs to maintain hunting stock. One county official said bluntly, "We prefer tails frozen. Depends on how the pigs are running." Method 4. Keep them out. 8-foot woven wire fences with electrified bottom strands. Barbed wire buried underground to prevent rooting. Costs $3,000 to $10,000 per mile. For a 1,000-acre ranch, you're spending $100,000 plus on fencing, and hogs still find gaps. This works for high-value areas, research stations, protected habitats. For average farmers, financially impossible.
The most successful strategy? Coordinated regional efforts. Texas Wildlife Services issues $96,800 in annual grants to counties with innovative programs. 130 counties employ full-time wildlife damage management technicians. When entire regions coordinate, sharing trap locations, timing hunts, blocking migration routes, they actually reduce populations. Canadian river counties in the Panhandle achieved 78% reduction over several years through cooperation. But here's the brutal math. Texas Wildlife Services gets $100,000 in grant money. They receive $400,000 in requests. They're disappointing more people than they help. Landowners spend thousands personally. The state spends millions, and the hogs cause hundreds of millions in damage. Financially, Texas is losing badly. Every expert agrees. Complete eradication is impossible. You can't kill 2 million hogs spread across 200,000 square miles. They breed too fast, hide too well, adapt too quickly. Even if Texas killed 90% tomorrow, the remaining 10% would rebound in 5 years. This isn't a war Texas can win. It's a war they have to keep fighting forever. So Texas is adapting. Wild hog meat is lean, chemical-free, and in demand. Slaughterhouses process trapped hogs for human consumption. Restaurants in Austin serve wild boar. Hide and leather industries use hog skin. It's not a solution, but it offsets costs. Turn pests into profit. At least get something back from the damage. This creates ethical dilemmas. Animal welfare advocates argue helicopter hunting is cruel. Some trappers only keep hogs over 80 pounds for slaughter, releasing smaller ones, which defeats the purpose. Others demand lethal removal of every hog, regardless of size. Wildlife managers say, kill breeding females first. They're the population drivers. But identifying pregnant sows from a helicopter at 100 miles an hour? Nearly impossible. There's no perfect answer. And climate change is expanding their range. Warmer winters mean hogs survive further north. Droughts drive them toward human settlements searching for water. Extreme weather disrupts ecosystems, giving invasive species advantages. By 2050, hogs could inhabit 45 states. This isn't just Texas's problem anymore. It's becoming America's problem. Texas is learning to live with feral hogs the way Florida lives with alligators or the Southwest lives with rattlesnakes. Homeowners install motion-activated lights. Parents teach kids not to approach. Developers factor hog mitigation into suburban planning. It's not ideal, but it's reality. Feral hogs are one example of a global pattern. Humans move species where they don't belong. Those species thrive without natural checks. Ecosystems collapse. Economies suffer. Burmese pythons in Florida, cane toads in Australia, zebra mussels in the Great Lakes. Invasive species cost the global economy $423 billion annually. Once they're established, you can't undo it. Texas learned brutal lessons. Act early or pay forever. Coordinate regionally, not county by county. Use multiple methods simultaneously. No single solution works. Fund it properly or don't bother. And most importantly, prevention is cheaper than control. If your state doesn't have feral hogs yet, keep it that way, because once they're there, they're never leaving. 2.6 million feral hogs, billions in damage, thousands of people fighting them daily, and the hogs are still here, still growing, still destroying. Texas didn't ask for this fight, but now they're stuck in it forever, managing a problem that will never fully go away. It's expensive, frustrating, and a warning to every other state. The cost of doing nothing is always higher than the cost of acting early. 2.6 million reasons Texas can't afford to stop fighting. And a reminder that invasive species aren't someone else's problem. They're everyone's. If you found this story eye-opening, share it with someone who thinks Texas is overreacting to a few pigs. And if your state has feral hogs, tell us in the comments what methods are working or not working, because this fight needs every solution it can get. Thanks for watching.